Hi friends, welcome back. This is Mrs. Heather and today we are doing Cycle 2, Week 4. Let's kick things off with science and ask the question, what are some parts of the food chain? Some parts of the food chain are producer, consumer, and decomposer. Producer, consumer, and decomposer. Producer, consumer, and decomposer. Producer, we're doing the ASL sign for plant. Producer. For consumer, we are just pretending like we're taking a bite and consuming. Consumer. And decomposer, we're making a little earthworm, and then we're putting it against our other hand for the ASL word worm. So what are some parts of the food chain? Some parts of the food chain are producer, consumer, and decomposer. Producer, consumer, and decomposer. Great job! And that's to the tune, the more we get together, together, together. Because in God's amazing and vast creation, all of these different parts fit together and we need each other to survive. Great job! Next up is English. Tell me the nominative pronouns. This is to the tune I-M-A-C-H-R-I-S-T-I-A-N. I-M-A-C-H, I-M-A-C-H-R, I-M-A-C-H-R-I-S-T-I-A-N. If you're familiar with that tune, let's get started. All right, tell me the nominative pronouns. I, you, it, he. I, you, it, he, she. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they, nominative. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. Nominative pronouns. Oh, yay! Great job. So we're taking 1 pointer finger for the singular pronouns and 2 pointer fingers for the plural pronouns. So we have I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. And as you learn this song, you can start slowly and then practice and get faster and faster and faster. What are the nominative pronouns? The nominative pronouns are I, you, it, he. I, you, it, he, she. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. Nominative. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. I, you, it, he, she, we, you, they. Nominative pronouns. Oh, yay! Oh, yay. I know there's a lot in that song, so keep on practicing. You can do it. And remember to have fun. So the nominative pronoun is identifying, naming the subject of a sentence or a clause. So this tune, I am a Christian, helps me remember that my identity and who I am is in Christ. And I hope that is the same for you. Great job, friends. Let's move on to Latin. So Latin this week is repeating what we learned last week. Do you remember? We learned our first conjugation endings imperfect tense. And to help us remember, the imperfect tense starts with the word bomb. I was asking the question, pretending I'm your mom walking into your messy room. Is your room really, really messy right now? If so, your mom might walk in and say, oh, did a bomb go off in this messy room? It's so imperfect. And she might look like that too because she's going crazy seeing your messy room. Hopefully it's not like that, but to help us remember, we can use it. So the imperfect tense starts with bomb, bomb, like an explosion. Boss, boss, like we're saying, yes, sir, it's alluding to a boss. Bomb, boss, bot, like the end of robot. Bomb, boss, bot. Bombus, remember it rhymes with Thomas, and that makes me think of Thomas, the disciple in the Bible, who said to the other disciples, I will not believe that Jesus has risen from the dead unless I see it and actually see his hand and feel his hand where he was nailed to the cross. So, Bombus, Thomas, we're gonna put our fingers on our other hand and remind us of bombus. So we've got bomb, boss, bot, bombus. The next one is batis. So we're combining two motions, bot and tis. Bot, like a robot, and tis, like we did in the first and second week, that rhymes with kiss. Batis, good job. Bomb, boss, bot, bombus, batis, and bont is pretty fun. It rhymes with the word flaunt, and although we shouldn't flaunt too much, we are using that to help jog our memory to remember bont. So for that, you can do anything that's like flaunting, like flip your hair or show off your muscle or something like that for bont, which rhymes with flaunt. So tell me the first conjugation endings in perfect tense. Ready? Bomb, boss, bot, bombus, batis, bont. Good job. All right, you know what that sound means. It's math time, so it's mathercise. Let's see what we're gonna do for our sevens. Okay, we're gonna hold a squat and then the eights. Arm circles, fantastic. Let's start by saying and counting our sevens. All right, I'm gonna get down. All right, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84, 91, 98, 105. Great job, guys. That was the sevens. Next up, the eights. 8, 16, 24, and 32, 40, 48, 56, and 64, 72, 80, 88, and 96, 104, 112, 120. Good job! You have made it to geography, and this week we're asking the question, what are some European rivers? European rivers. We are using the song, I've Got Peace Like a River, to help us remember the European rivers, and it goes like this. What are some European rivers? Seine, Rhine, Po, Elbe, Danube, Volga rivers. What are some European rivers? Seine, Rhine, Po, Elbe, Danube, Volga rivers. Good job! So the motions to this are super simple. We're doing Europe again with our E around our ear, and then rivers, like we've done in a few other subjects where you have the R's flowing up and down for rivers. And then I'm simply taking one at a time to go up and down as I name the different European rivers. So Seine, Rhine, Po, Elbe, and then I'm trading hands to go the other direction, Danube, Volga rivers. All right, let's do it one more time. What are some European rivers? Some European rivers. What are some European rivers? Seine, Rhine, Po, Elbe, Danube, Volga rivers. What are some European rivers? Seine, Rhine, Po, Elbe, Danube, Volga rivers. Woo! Good job. Great job. You have made it to history, and this week we're learning about the Magna Carta. Tell me about the Magna Carta. England's King John signed the Magna Carta in 1215, limiting the king's power. Later, England's King Edward III claimed to be King of France and began the Hundred Years' War in 1337. Awesome. So you probably have heard that tune before. That song is from CC, and I'm just going to go through some motions to help us remember that. Are you ready? Awesome. So first of all, every time we say king, we're just simply going to pretend to put a crown on our head. because we're talking about a lot of kings, and that makes me think of a crown. So king. Fantastic. So we have the English King John signed. We're just going to pretend like one hand is a paper and we're signing like we're signing the Magna Carta. English King John signed the Magna Carta. Great. For 12:15, I'm doing this a little bit differently. I'm pretending like my arm are the hands on a clock. And so 12, I'm just going to put the hour hand up to 12. And then for 15, I'm taking my hand over where on a clock the minutes would be 15 in 12:15. Then we go on to say limiting. So I'm just pressing down and squatting down a little bit, limiting the king's power. For power, we're going to make two fists and just step forward, making a little circle, half circle with our arms, power. Great job. So tell me about the Magna Carta for the first part of that statement. We have English King John signed the Magna Carta in 12:15, limiting the king's power. Fantastic. Now this statement goes on to say, later England's king, Edward III claimed to be. So we're going to do a king again. Later England's king, Edward III. Do you remember how to sign 3 and third in ASL? So we have 3 with our thumb, and then third is just flipping it around. Edward III claimed to be the king of France. France is a fun sign in American Sign Language. You make a little A-OK sign and flip it like that. So King of France. Fantastic. And began the 100 Years' War. 100. 1, the number 1, and then a C for 100. 100 Years' War. And war is like two big hands, two big sides fighting back and forth. War. Great job. If you would like to sign in 1337, you can do a 1, 3, 3, and 7. 7 is taking your thumb and your ring finger together. Fantastic. So the second part of that history statement is, later England's king, Edward III claimed to be King of France, and began the 100 Years' War in 1337. Great job! Fantastic! We are to the timeline, and we're already on week 4, adding on to our timeline song. We have 1000 BC, the number 1, and then 3 zeros on your hand for 1000 BC, 1000 BC, 1000 BC. Early Native Americans. Take your fingers like this and then go from sort of your mouth and chin area to your ear, and that represents feathers that they would wear on their chins. Early Native Americans. Good job. Israel divides into 2 kingdoms. So put your pinky of your right hand on top of the pointer finger of your left hand, and then they divide, they separate. Israel divides into 2 kingdoms, and the number 2. Good job. For Homer and Hesiod, we're just making 2 H's in American Sign Language. So Homer and Hesiod. Great. Then Rome founded. We're taking one fist and putting the other fist on top. Rome founded by Romulus and Remus. We're making 2 R's for the twin brothers who founded Rome. Rome founded by Romulus and Remus. Nice. Next up is Israel falls to Assyria. Israel is the letter I, which is just your pinky. Falls is taking your 2 hands and going down. You might remember that from the very beginning of our timeline, creation and the fall. So Israel falls to Assyria. Assyrians we've done before, and they were known for the bow and arrow. And that's what we're doing again. Israel falls to Assyria. Great job. Assyria falls to Babylon. You may remember Babylon as well. You take your hand and then make an L from the top to the bottom because they were known for the Hammurabi Code for law. So we have The Israel falls to Assyria. Assyria falls to Babylon. Then we have Lao-Tzu, Confucius, Buddha. Lao-Tzu and Confucius were philosophers. So we're just going to make a P and circle around our head like we're thinking. So remember the K, you put your thumb between two fingers. The P is basically that upside down. So two P's circling around. So Lao-Tzu, Confucius, good job. Lao-Tzu, Confucius, and then Buddha is often pictured looking down. And so we're going to take two hands face up and just look down for Buddha. Great job, you did timeline. Fantastic job, friends. Thank you again for hanging out with me for Cycle 2, Week 4 today. If you liked this video and it helped you and your family, feel free to subscribe so you can get an update when future videos come out. Feel free to like it and share it if there is another family that may benefit from these songs and hand motions as well. This has been Mrs. Heather. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.